Hey Lancer fans, I'm Jacob Bell alongside head field hockey coach here at Longwood, Iain Byers. Coach, thank you for joining us today for the midseason field hockey report. And obviously, field hockey off to a good start in conference play, especially an overall record of 6-11, 4-2 in NorPac play. Let's just kind of run through how we got to this point in the season. Things started off big for your girls with wins over Georgetown and St. Joseph to start the year off. Talk about how that kind of got the ball rolling for your team.
It was a good start. Playing Georgetown in the preseason game was a good game. We got to try out a couple of new systems, new ways of playing, and then to start off with a win, a non-conference win, but against a good team from Philadelphia like St. Joe's is a good game. So we were happy with the first two games, and we kind of happy with the way we played and moved the ball around and what we were doing. So yeah, it was a comfortable start for us. St. Joe's was a challenge, but to come away with a 2-1 win was definitely a bonus.
And building off of that non-conference schedule this year, a very packed schedule, lots of tough games, and really sort of the reason for the 6-11 record maybe doesn't reflect the true nature of this team this year. But when you play a challenging schedule, 4 ranked teams already, how does that build your teamwork and kind of build for that conference play?
It really helps us out. We knew it was going to be a tough schedule going into the year. We're currently in the 20s in our strength of schedule. You know, we're with the strongest out of conference schedule that we have within NorPac. So we knew it was going to be a challenge, and you know, we've stepped up to some of the games. When we played Temple, there were 14 in the country when we played them, and to take them to overtime and double overtime, in fact, and lose on it was a heartbreaking goal. But we definitely played some good hockey, and we've moved the ball around and been effective. So we've taken our chances. Playing Duke, 3-1 loss to them. You know, they were number 7 or 8 in the country at the time. So we've definitely made the schedule a tough game. You know, we really haven't had any teams out of conference that were below us in the RPI. We know we've played a lot of our non-conference RPI was around 26. You know, so we knew it was going to be tough, and that's only going to prepare us for the strong teams like Stanford and California when they come over for NorPac championships. So although the record reflects, you know, a 6-11, there's definitely some real bonuses there and some good things.
And that non-conference schedule really did sort of pay early dividends in NorPac play. Started off with 3 straight wins over App State, Radford, and then over Davidson to get things started in NorPac and really kind of set the pace for this team going farther into conference play and has set them up into second place in the conference.
Yeah, I mean, we're good. Our goal was first, and we had a slight blip, but we're comfortable with where we are. To go in and 3-0 in the first 3 games was great. Playing away at Radford is always challenging, being on a different surface. To come away with a win there was really good. And Davidson are always a tough team to play, so to come away with a 3-1 win was great. And now App State, we repeated the same scoreline that we did last year, 8-1. So it was a good game for us. Good first 3 games. Had a slight kind of slip up in the middle against a tough team in Liberty, and they're a good team this year. There's no doubt in that. But we've got Radford. When we played at the weekend at home, senior game, 5-0 win. You know, you couldn't have asked for anything better. We played some really attractive hockey, probably our best game of the year so far. So to move the ball around and score as many goals as we did, and keep a clean sheet was definitely a proud moment for me as a coach. And to send the seniors out with such a performance was a great day.
And talking about that Radford game, that came off of a couple of losses, Liberty, and as well as a tough Boston College, a ranked Boston College team. How does that game kind of set the tone going into the final 2 conference games, getting that big win on senior night?
It shows what we can do. I think something that I said to the team after the Liberty game is it shows what we can do if we work hard. You know, no game in conference is ever easy. Looking at our schedule, no game on our schedule is ever easy. So we have to earn every victory and fight hard for every victory. And the team prepared well for that game. They moved the ball around at practice. They listened to what we were trying to achieve. They made the changes that we asked them to make. And from there, it just, everything just clicked. We played the ball so well in the first 20 minutes, and to go in at half-time 3-0 and then keep a clean sheet in the second half. It was just good hockey. I think if people who had seen us play in other games finally saw all the bits and pieces click together. I think we'd seen periods of play like that in games like Boston College, like Duke, and in other games that we played, but we maybe just hadn't been able to do it for the whole 70 minutes. So it was really happy for us as a coaching staff to see them finally achieve what we know they can do.
And so now that brings us to where we sit this currently right now in the season, 2 games left, both on the road in conference at Appalachian State and Boone, and as well as Davidson on the road down in North Carolina. 2 big games, and certainly need 2 results heading into the conference tournament.
Oh, for sure. We need to get 2 wins out of this weekend. It's it's something the team are very driven towards. We know we can win both these games. There's different surface again down at App State, so it makes it slightly more challenging for us, but we definitely know we can overcome. And Davidson away is always a tough game. Last year we lost down the shootout at the end, so we've got some points to prove. I think if we play well in the next, we practice well in the next 6 games, we're going to be good. We've got a little bit of a break. It just seems that we got this weekend off, so we've got 6 practices before we go away to that game. And we spoke to the team today about bringing the right attitude to those 6 practices, really making some changes and going on from there. And I'm confident that this team is the type of team and has the character to be able to do that. So we're excited. We know we need to come away with 2 wins, and we're confident we can.
And currently sitting in 2nd place in NorPac standings in the Eastern Division, how important is it to get those results and stay in the top 2 positions in the East when come NorPac conference time? You have to face the traditional powers out of the West. Stanford, Cal, UC Davis has played well this season.
Yeah, it's good. It's very important. That 2nd place is going to be key to us. It's we know we can do it. We're looking at the West Coast. It's all very kind of, no one really knows over there. There's 3 or 4 games left to play, so they're still trying to work out the seedings over there. We can just focus on what we can do, and we want to finish as well as we can in the conference and finish out strong, and get a bit of momentum going into that conference game. I think momentum is very important to us. So if we're playing good hockey and moving the ball around well and being effective up front, keeping the goals out at the back, then it's just going to put us in a good position when we go into the conference championships.
And we talked a little bit about the Senior Day game this past weekend against Radford. And really, it was a game where all 4 of your seniors stepped up and really played some of their best hockey of the season. Stacy DeGrantom gets a goal. She leads the team with 11. Talk a little bit about Stacy and what she's meant to this team this season.
Oh, she's been great. Not just this season, her entire 4 years. She's 2nd highest goal scorer that we've ever had. The highest is is from the 1970s, and scored 90 goals in her career. So that's a challenge to reach. So she's done a really great job in the 4 years that she's been here. It seems to have flown by, but she's been a good leader. She's shown the team what we can achieve and what players and what people can do and what you can do if you work hard. So but that's not to belittle what the other 3 have done as well. Kay's solid in cage and has always been a consistent performer at the back. She's come back for that 4th year after an injury, so she's come back and she's been great. Caitlin Smith is just rock solid at the back, just consistent player the whole time, and just been a great person to have on the team. She holds everyone to a high standard and expects nothing but the best. And then Nicole is just the most loyal and just supportive friend and player a person could want. She's been great for the program. She's had some tough injuries throughout her career, and for her to come back and do a 5th year, nothing makes me prouder to see her get out there, and she's doing really well. She's she's making changes. She's still learning. She's still moving, asking questions and making herself better. So that's as a coaching staff, that's all you want.
And that's something when we called the game on Sunday, we noticed was definitely Kay had a great game in net, the clean sheet in cage. And then Caitlin Smith, it seems like all year, anytime an opponent is threatened, she's right there to clear it out of the defensive third. And even Nicole getting some work this weekend, played one of her best games of the season and was solid, just like Caitlin was all over the field making plays on the back end.
Yeah, they were both really good. I mean, as a defensive 3, they were solid at the back. To come out with a clean sheet, Kay's been working really hard and made some changes, and she's been really improving, and she's getting back to where she was, and I think it's been a tough challenge for her coming off the injury, but she's again a rock solid, and like you said, Caitlin at the back she gets everything. She just gets everything, and there's a real rock solid ability between them. And Nicole's outlet, and it's just she can get the ball wherever she wants, whenever she wants it. So those 3 between them have really stepped up, and it was a great game. I know everyone was smiling when they came off the field that day, including the coaching staff.
And even some of the younger players really starting to step up lately as well. Nicole Deckard, now 2nd on the team in goals, has really come on of late, especially offensively, as well as Jennifer Burris seems to always be in on the ball on the offensive end, as well as Jessica Diaz. Those 3 have really kind of stepped up to lead the charge from some of the younger players.
Yeah. I mean, Nicole and Jen have been, they work hard in the front line. They score some goals. Jessie in the first, unfortunately got the injury in the VCU game, but up until that point she was on fire and doing really well. And there's other people with our midfield has been solid. Some of the freshmen like Ellen Ross, who's played a lot of time in the middle and maybe hasn't quite got the stats, but just really is a very consistent performer for us. So there's a lot of good things that we're seeing from the younger group below. We're a very young team. We're 16 underclassmen and in total, sophomores and freshmen. So it's a young side for us, and to see the progress that we're seeing as a coaching staff makes us very happy.
And finally, you've gotten a chance to play on Liberty's Field, which is where the tournament will be held. Does that help at all heading into NorPac play?
It gives us an experience. We're not running around, not knowing where a changing room or a bathroom is. It allows us to be a bit more prepared. We know where to, just even the logistical things, it makes it a lot easier for us. It's a nice field. It's exactly the same as ours. So, we haven't got really too many changes to make on the surface. But, I think there's a couple of devils to kind of get out of the system when we go there and play there. Both times we've gone down, we necessarily haven't got the result we wanted. So, we're going to go down there and we're going to play hard, and I expect good things from the team.
All right, so 2 games remaining for Longwood Field Hockey here to close out the season, both on the road against conference opponents, and then comes NorPac tournament play in Lynchburg. Coach, thank you for joining us here today, and good luck to your girls in the next couple of games as well as the tournament.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.